Today we came to Vienna to check out if our sexy knob and the sexy stalks are gonna fit inside the newly released Model Y Juniper. And this was all thanks to the amazing folks from Tesla Club Austria, which invited us here. And also thank you Tesla Vienna to allowing us to check out the car. Let's go see the new vehicle. Well guys, here it is. You've probably seen so many videos already about it, so I'm not gonna go into all the details. But to my opinion, I'm super glad that Tesla went this direction, made the car really unique. So right now on the road, you're gonna be able to distinguish every single model there is. Before, the Model 3 and Model Y look almost exactly the same, but right now the Model Y looks completely different from the Model 3 Highland, which was already a great looking car. But let's go a little bit around it and see what are the most things that our users are already asking us about this car. So right now you see the LED bar, which is something brand new for Tesla, except the Cybertruck. Obviously they've done this in the past year, but a lot of people are still debating, do they like it or not? So they ask us, can you somehow make it so that light bar is disabled? So this is one thing that we're going to be doing. But we also love the fact that they brought back the front camera, something that a lot of people were expecting to be back with the Highland, but for some reason they decided to remove it. Glad to see that the Model Y got it. And by the way, right now in Europe, you're only able to get the Launch Series, which is an all-wheel drive model, which comes with the boost included in the package. And also there is a tow hinge, which you are not able to deselect. It's going to be included inside the car. And the 20-inch rims are also the only options you can choose. Yes, you can choose between this new black or gray color, dark gray, and also the silver model or the silver color, but there's no any other colors available. And unfortunately, you cannot choose for now to get the white seats inside the car, something that I personally was hoping to be able to get, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna open all the specs to be available to order in Europe eventually. In the past, one of the hottest topics was build quality of the Tesla vehicles, but this has changed so much throughout the years and in the right direction. So let's put our headphones in and compare how this new Model Y is built compared to its predecessor, which was built in 2023. Enjoy. Right, from the inside, the car looks just like the Model 3 Highland, which is definitely was amazing improvement from the previous versions. So this one looks also great. I love the new materials that they're using, and the steering wheel that came from the Highland is identical, except that these ones are changed, and they're changing in a better direction. They're still haptic buttons, however you have them much closer to your thumbs, which is much smarter, because before you had to reach it over here, which was crazy. Obviously we cannot miss that the stock is right here, and it's pretty good. It always have this thing where it first turns black, just like on the older models, so this is not improved. I have no idea why, but it's really great to see that they brought back the stock. The tactile experience is much better than the capacitive buttons that were right here. And obviously the LED strip, you guys are already aware that we're going to be doing great things with it. We're obviously going to do the blind spot indication just as we did on the Model 3 Highland for the Juniper as well. Everything else is pretty much the same. We installed the knob right here and it fits perfectly, so I'm really happy about that. The only change that I have is that the 16-volt socket is moved right back here. I'm not sure if you're able to see it. On the other one, older model was, or on the Highland, was up front, and everything else is identical. Even the cup holders are the same as on the Highland, which is great because these little bumps are one of my favorite things. You might have seen this in previous video. The seats are perforated, but I'm not going to be talking more about details about this car because you've seen too many videos about it already. The installation process on this car is going to be right here at the front right 8 pillar, compared to the older Model Y, which was right here at the footwell of the driver or at the back of the central console. So there's not going to be ports here anymore, except the one at the right A pillar, no matter if your car is a left-hand drive or a right-hand drive. We have tested our sexy Stalks on this new vehicle, but since it does not match perfectly, especially since there is an original stock right now in it, we will have to redesign it a little bit so it matches better the interior. By the way, go in the comments and tell us if you think you would like to add a right stock to your new Model Y, or you can just live without it. That way we're gonna know if there's a need for it and we should design it, or we should just skip on it altogether. Alright, at the back you've seen many videos already how the car looks, so I'm not going to go into details, but I'm going to point out one use case of this light strip that I'm going to be using on a daily basis. So right now on the Model 3, especially pre-Highland version, one thing that pisses me off is that at night the cameras are not able to detect any light, so when I'm parking, nothing can be seen on the screen. At least in my case, because the illumination in my neighborhood is not that great during the night hours. But with this light bar, you might have seen some videos from Tesla that it spreads the light around, and I'm gonna be really glad to be able to park with a great illumination. Also, the cameras have been improved on this new Model Y compared to those built in 2023 or earlier. I know that Tesla has started using hardware 4 cameras such as this one on the newer cars built from 2024 onward. However, the older cars are using hardware 3 cameras, and compared to those, the new ones have a much better quality picture and the tones are much more realistic, which is a great improvement. So this is pretty much it. Again, I didn't want to go into more details because people like Kyle from AutoSpec have done amazing long review videos of this car, so definitely go and check it out. I'm personally excited to be able to test drive this car to see what the suspensions have changed to, how it handles on the road. But yeah, overall it's a great car. Thank you so much for Tesla Vienna to allowing us to come and check it out, and I'm super excited to see our products being mounted inside of it so we can start playing around with all the new features and settings. Thank you for watching and see you soon.